Common mistakes that Amazon sellers make before or during their Amazon selling journey. I definitely like to focus on the positive on this channel and talk about the positive things. However, mistakes are somewhat common when it comes to building a new business.
Stop it. Get some help.
So in this video, I'm going to be focusing on 5 common mistakes, very simple mistakes that you can avoid right now. Are you ready? Let's get to work. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Again, mistakes, a common thing when it comes to selling on Amazon or even creating your very own business. So let's get started with mistake number 1, and that's budgeting. Definitely remember, when you are selling on Amazon, you do require a budget because you are selling physical products, which means you will need to purchase these products and then sell them. So you will need to have a budget for inventory. However, the common mistakes the mistake that happens is that you think your budget should be fully allocated to the units themselves, and you forget that there's other things that you need to be spending on, especially if you are launching a brand new product in a brand new marketplace for you, with a brand that is brand new and nobody has seen it before. So you need to remember a core important element, and you're going to see this mistake actually recurring throughout these 5 mistakes that I'm going to be talking about. You're going to see the theme of budget and money again and again. So when you are budgeting, you need to remember you need a budget, of course, for your inventory. That's the most important thing, because if you don't have a product, then you don't have anything to sell. But you also need a budget for marketing and for any other thing that might occur during your Amazon selling journey. So marketing, advertising, those require a big budget in order for you to launch your product successfully, and you need to budget correctly. One very important thing also is making sure that you launch your business according to the budget that you currently have. So the great thing about Amazon is that you can really do Amazon you can build a business basically at any budget. You still do need money because, again, you need to buy inventory. However, you can start with a very small budget. It doesn't really matter. You can make decisions such as, instead of purchasing from suppliers in bulk from China, you can probably go to the local markets and find a wholesaler and buy a few units from them if you have a really small budget and a very low budget. You can also start off as a wholesaler or a reseller. You don't have to create a private label brand if you have a small budget. No matter what, you can make the right decisions. I'll leave some additional videos in the description box of this video so that you can find some additional videos that we have on the channel, just to give you an idea if you're not really clear about all of the other options other than creating your private label business, what other options you have when you want to build a business on Amazon. However, budget, because that's a really common question that I see on the channel and on our social media. If you don't follow us, here are all of our social media channels. So I see it a lot. What is the budget that I need in order to start selling on Amazon? You can start at any budget. Definitely, private label requires a larger budget because you're investing in your own brand, in your own product. But that's it. Mistake number 2, ordering off of your product research. Definitely when you sell on Amazon, of course, the great thing about selling on Amazon for me is that you can figure out what other people are selling and do product research and then launch a product, minimizing all the risks of launching something new in a completely new marketplace for you. So that's the importance of product research, because you can learn from other people and you can spy on people and figure out if they're selling yes or no. However, the common mistake that happens is if you find that the top sellers in the category are selling, let's say, 1,000 units a month, you think that you're going to be doing the same right there just as soon as you launch your product, and then you end up ordering a very large inventory that potentially you're not able to sell very quickly, not as quickly as you had estimated. Remember, people that are selling right now on Amazon and that are successful, it took them a while to get there. And very rarely do you find a brand new product in a brand new category, a completely new listing with absolutely no reviews, get the amount of sales that other sellers are getting straight as soon as you launch. So rather than be pessimistic, of course not, let's be realistic. So definitely you have to make sure that you follow your budget and you are realistic with the amounts of units that you are going to be selling. You're definitely going to need at least a month to 2 in order to get your listing organically ranked on the first page, get the reviews, and get the necessary traction and sales velocity so that you can start building up momentum. It does require some time, especially if you are launching a private label product and this is your product and your business. So be realistic. I would rather that, you have less inventory than having the mistake happen where you order a lot of inventory and you're just not basically able to move it. Let's move on to mistake number 3, not customizing your product. This is a recurring mistake that I find a lot of people make. You're very excited, you find a supplier on Alibaba, you list your products as is and you sell them as is straight from China. And then you find other people selling the same exact product and sometimes on your same exact listing. So that's a mistake. You definitely, if you are private labeling, you definitely need to customize your product. Now, you don't have to customize. Yeah, it's preferable if you create really great packaging, but sometimes you don't have the budget and you don't have to get to that extent. Whatever you're able to do and whatever customizations you're able to make, sometimes it's just printing your logo on the product as an example, you would need to make sure that the customization is something that you can utilize in your Amazon listing. So I always order, I'm not only an Amazon seller, I'm also a big Amazon client. So I order sometimes products and the packaging that the products come in is amazing. So it's really customized packaging, but I would have never known based on the images that I saw on Amazon. And that customized packaging, not only was it very expensive, but it's also an added value to the actual product, placing the seller and the brand at a level where it increases the perceived value of the product. So it's very important, whatever customization you make, you need to make sure that that customization, actually you showcase it to your customers using your Amazon images, because that's how we sell our products. We use our images, or if you're brand registered, you can additionally use you can add it to your video. Even if it's slight customization, even if you just added a small tag, an insert card, anything like that, I would suggest that you also add all of that customization into your Amazon images. And again, back to my example and my story, that packaging, you need to definitely make sure that you add it to your Amazon product images, because it can be another way of selling your product as a gift item, for example, if the packaging is really high quality. Mistake number 4, let's go back to talking about money. And mistake number 4 is cash flow, basically running out of money. This is a very common mistake and very rarely do people talk about it, especially when it comes to Amazon. We focus on other things for sure. However, the downfall of being successful on Amazon is the more successful you are, the more money you need in order to keep generating more and more sales. So think about it. If you order a small inventory in the beginning and the product just takes off, you don't want to run out of stock. So you will need more money to order more units and more inventory. The more successful you are, the more sales you have, the more money you need in order to reinvest that money in purchasing more and more units. I know it's a fantastic problem to have. However, it is a problem that can hinder your growth for sure. Now, one thing that you need to remember also is that you cannot rely on your Amazon sales in order to reinvest that money back into your Amazon business. Because number 1, you don't get paid every day. So Amazon doesn't pay you every day for the products that you are selling. Technically speaking, you get paid every 15 days. However, there's also the 7-day reserve that Amazon keep so that in case there are any returns. So technically speaking, you get paid every 21 days for every unit that you are selling on Amazon. And on top of that, the fact that you need to order units before you actually run out of stock. You can't wait until you run out of stock completely and Amazon pays you all the money for you to be able to go buy some more inventory. So it does take a lot of cash flow. That's why you need to be very careful in the way that you are expanding your business, because you never want to run out of money, because a product that is a hero product that's doing very well on Amazon, you want to make sure that you keep it in stock, and you don't want to run out of stock because you don't want to lose that momentum. Now, I have one more mistake to talk about, and if you've made it so far in the video, thank you. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel, leave us a comment in the comment section below, like this video, do everything necessary in order to promote the video, because I hope that you find it valuable. Let's move on to mistake number 5, and that's you need to always be a really good student. Amazon is a platform that is always changing and always evolving. E-commerce is also a business model that is always changing and always evolving. And Amazon customers and consumers, no, e-commerce customers and consumers are always changing and evolving. And it's happening at a very rapid pace. So you need to make sure that you're always ahead and you're always knowledgeable, especially if you're selling on Amazon. You need to make sure that you are always aware of any policies that Amazon are changing, even if they are policies that are not declared. But you need to make sure that your information is correct. And you need to always be aware of the way that customers are purchasing product, what they're liking, what they're not liking. Let me give you an example. A few years ago, this is not a very long time ago, potentially maybe 3 or 4 years ago, you would be able to log into Amazon, decide on a product to sell, and then when Amazon asks you for a brand name, you just put whatever brand name you like, because that's the brand name that you decided to sell under. Well, that is no longer acceptable. If you want to use a brand name, you either have to be brand registered, meaning you either have to have a trademark, or you have to have that brand name printed on your product. So it has to be permanently affixed on your product or your product packaging. So for the time being, right now, you can't just log into Amazon when you are creating a listing and decide, okay, great, I'm gonna call my product my brand, whatever. No, because Amazon need proof that that is actually your brand name, or else you're gonna have to list it as generic. And if you do that, you are opening up the doors for hijackers and resellers for sure. So you wanna make sure that you are always up to date and that you are constantly evolving your information as the marketplace is evolving and as consumers are evolving. And trust me, it's happening very quickly. So if you think this is gonna be an easy, dull, potentially boring business, definitely Amazon e-commerce, nothing dull, nothing routine, and nothing boring. Make sure you stay up to date. You can follow this YouTube channel for sure. You can follow information on YouTube, podcasts, a lot of fantastic service providers such as Helium 10, Jungle Scout. All of them have great podcasts and put out a lot of information and have amazing newsletters. Make sure that you are subscribed and you constantly update your knowledge and information. And that's it for this video. 5 common mistakes, simple. Make sure that you don't make those mistakes. And if you currently are making those mistakes, correct them so that you don't keep falling for the same problem again and again. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in another video with more information. Bye.